It is just past midnight on December 3, 1984. A cloud of chemical fog rolls into the slums of Bhopal. Bhopal was a working-class city in central India, population around 800,000. On its northern edge stood a Union Carbide pesticide plant that produced 7 from a chemical called methyl isocyanate, or MIC. MIC is one of the most toxic compounds in industrial use. Even a few parts per million can permanently damage the eyes. The plant kept 42 tons of it in a single underground tank, Tank E610. By late 1984, the plant was losing money. The refrigeration system that kept the MIC stable had been switched off to save electricity. The flare tower meant to burn off any escaping gas was offline for repairs. The water scrubbers were undersized. Safety alarms had been disconnected because they triggered too often. Late on December 2nd, a worker hosing down nearby pipes seems to have let water into a connection that should have been sealed. The water reached Tank E610. MIC reacts with water exothermically. The temperature inside the tank climbed from 20 degrees Celsius to over 200. Pressure built, the safety valve gave way, and around 12:40 in the morning of December 3rd, around 30 tons of MIC vapor began venting into the night air above Bhopal. The cloud was heavier than air, so it sank. It crept downhill into the shanty neighborhoods nearest the plant, JP Nagar, Kazi Camp, Chola. Residents woke choking, eyes burning, lungs filling with fluid. Many ran into the streets in the dark and ran the wrong way, further into the cloud. They went blind as they ran. Some who fell did not get up. Animals dropped in the alleys. By dawn, the streets were lined with bodies. The official immediate death toll was around 2,000. Independent counts ran much higher. Over the next weeks, tens of thousands died of pulmonary edema, throat lesions, organ failure. The Indian government later put the total over many years at 16,000. Activists put it above 25,000. More than 500,000 people were exposed. Warren Anderson, the CEO of Union Carbide, flew to Bhopal 4 days later and was placed under house arrest. He posted bail and was on a flight to Delhi the same afternoon. Indian courts charged him with culpable homicide. The United States never extradited him. He died in 2014 in a nursing home in Vero Beach, Florida, a free man. In 1989, Union Carbide paid the Indian government $470 million, and the case was closed. Survivors received the equivalent of a few $100s each. 7 former USIL employees, including the company's chairman, were convicted in 2010 and sentenced to 2 years. The factory was never fully decontaminated. Toxic groundwater still seeps out from under the ruins today. The chemical that killed Bhopal in its sleep is still made and used. Union Carbide was absorbed by Dow Chemical in 2001 and now operates only as a subsidiary. The pesticide it was making is banned or restricted in many countries. Bhopal is not one of them.